sort of boat. They can blow this group wide open with a victory here today. Lotus is where we start, and a fresh face from BBL, both in the map we're seeing and the player who's opened it up, Magnum. Newest addition to this roster, a bit of a last-minute change. Managed to open up the B site. They're not content with just taking that control, though. Looking for the deeper push. 3 players on the other side of this smoke. Util fired, but Magnum, he's landed another and a third for Magnum. He'll eventually fall, but it looks like this round is set to land in BBL's hands. Mini, the only player standing in their way. He's been good, but not good enough this time. On click and avoid that early burst of utility that's coming his way, but he's been forced out by the salvos and caught in the open.
The door was open, right? Could even not just gone back through the door?
I think it just opened a second after with the salvos. Spam.
Definitely seemed like he was stuck in the mud, not having the TP online. They're getting slaughtered. That's 3 kills already. As you said, they were playing passive, looking for info. It was a slow round from BBL where they were taking their time to sort of looking like the plan.
Oh, they're just going in, running through the cages. It's being heard, but there's nothing in the form of a response from BBL. Sociable and Yumpy left to pick up the pieces, and they find a double. The problem is Spike still isn't down. They're now being held by an operator in the walk through. There's no flashes left for Yumpy, so there's no way to make that fight any easier, and that results in Sociable falling. And with Yumpy trapped in a corner, there's no way that they're going to let him out of here. He has to fight his way, and Mini wraps around behind. Squad hasn't got to play in front of that crowd. This is their game. Their moment with the fans. Kata, he was spotted on the way, but still able to grab one before being dealt with. A 4v4, Levin looking for that aggression, and he'll catch it as well. Mini down and pressure onto the C site. Right now, mates are spread out, holding angles all by themselves. A little bit of a group up with Kamek and Click, but it's the C site that BBL are setting their focus on. That leaves Zipan, soon to be a very much spotted Zipan, to hold by himself. He's backed off, and he should be able to get out of here, but he wants to fight, and that was a mistake with Yumpy lurking around. Okay, well, they know that Yumpy's there, so no element of surprise.
Yeah.
I think he might have hit his keyboard there.
Either that or he thought that was the one rotator, and everyone else was going a different direction, so it was like, oh, well, I might as well have a pot shot. Yeah, getting back into this one's not going to be easy. It's whether they even go for it. 2 versus 4.
Put it up.
Yeah, it's not the gun of choice, and
BBL wanting to put even more pressure on. That's an early fight for Levin. A great idea. Doesn't quite work out. The ult sent through as well. This will slow the push of BBL, but not stop it. The drone signals the push. There's aggression behind it, and Magnum is the one caught as Kata sidesteps the paranoia. Util thrown his way. Some shots land as well, but Kamek's here.
seems like it's going to be the same sort of attempt. Paranoia is stellar, and in fact, it's Prophet to take the hit. The knives eventually get the job done. I think that was a stun that came out from Yumpy to help out with that one.
I have no idea how Levin survived so long, and that's a big danger. The Blade Storm alive late into the round. Kata makes it back to heaven just in time.
Go for it.
Looks like, yeah, with that Blade Storm just on the bottom of the rope, he's caught Mini. He's looking for more and won't find Kata this time, but he's put it back to a 3v3. Sociable in a great position, but he's been spotted now. The shots land on Click and his decoy, and the op of Kamek. This is a real danger.
He's just gonna salvo.
He's gonna salvo him off the angle, holding the stun late, and now Kamek has to peek into him.
The opener, the spike, still very much down within the spawn, and a massive gap. Mini clearly not realizing they've just walked all the way through, expecting some piece of utility. Now that spike is being retrieved by Prophet, and because of that, the TP from Kata not gonna find too much. Okay, it seemed like Zipan was actually aware of someone potentially peeking, but he's lost the fight anyway.
Talked about this yesterday, the idea of when you're at that disadvantage, you gotta play aggressive. A great display from Yumpy of exactly that. Click already on the run through. He's got an op, but I presume a shorty in the back pocket. Finding himself a little bit of extra control. Another angle to fight from. Delay from Sociable again, looking good. Rolling Thunder deep into the spawn. It's caught two. Sociable's the one with the pressure on. No support coming his way, but he lands one before being dropped on the second peak. The defuse tapped, the pressure now on. They want to jump through and confirm that it's not being defused. That's exactly what Yumpy does. A four-piece. And we heard it from McWunker a little bit earlier on that this is a guy that, a map at least, a series, a day that he expects Click to step up, but it's Kamek filling those shoes.
To the squad, and get some information. They're going to push into this. A bit of a whiff from Levin gives a really good opportunity. It's going to be left more so onto Profek, who can't quite do enough. Now left all onto Magnum, and he'll be watched for this time from Kamek. Crossfire. 3 players here already.
It's Kamek who's in trouble, but he is finding one before going down. A redirect now from BBL. And in fact, the reinforcements have come in. Ult is not quite going to land. They're already ahead of it and see site to be taken. Okay, BBL avoided a lot of the dangers of this round already with Kamek down. No rolling thunder either for mates to fight their way back into the site. And now a possibility, especially with Yampi just 2 away, and now 1 with the plant. They can have a rolling thunder of their own. The swing is good, but it's Profek to claim the kill. Yampi goes down after 1, and Kata's stepping up to the plate. A triple kill.
In this space, but more importantly, he's the guy making the calls. He's going to get wrecked within the first few seconds of the round. Wow. Immediately taken out by 11. There will be almost free roam at the B site. They have been able to sort of split these players up. It's a very peculiar round, as they're already going to try and take some aggressive control, but not spotting anybody out. The drone will be sent through just to make sure they haven't made it to the spawn, and eventually they will group up. But so have the players of BBL.
And they're ready to pounce right back into this site, and the Heaven control being sought after. There's players awaiting their arrival. It was Magnum who got shut down as Yampi runs his way back through. Goes back, this time gets the better of them. Levin is caught and pushed down on. Easy kill for Click. Great paranoia from Kadavra. And now a 3 versus 5. They had decent weaponry. They can do damage. You see that with 10 HP left on Click. But it's mates who are clicking onto the heads of their opponents and leaving just 2 to stand in their way. Zipan, having sent the drone through, they know he's a little later. Look to isolate the pick, and that player is the one with the spike. There's a couple problems brewing for Gentlemates, but they're dealing with them easily. Now, only a Spectre in a 1v5.
Yeah, Social obviously had no idea that the spike was going to be walking through late. He's in a bit of a weird spot. Like, it's not something I necessarily expect anybody on Gentlemates to clear, but I'm more so looking at what he can actually do from this position. Maybe hoping that one of the players will just walk into his crosshair. Oh, there you go. That's at least 1 for free. Kata will go down. Anything more would need a miracle if it can, but they already have a player within sight, a player towards the door, a player rotating. There is plenty available here for BBL. A solid read, and well, misses onto the fake out, but that won't matter too much. Just looking to try and hold on to that player advantage, though. Yampi goes peeking. That's at least 1 back for mates.
You understand why mates don't expect him to be there. He was on C, spotted with that triple peek early on, but the rotations came in right afterwards, leaving 1 just Profek to anchor on the other side. It means there's numbers more than mates expect. Zipan does well to find 1, but he's left to 11 HP.
Okay.
Still landing another, and Levin's got the pressure on! It's a bit off more than he could chew. Look, oh my goodness! Oh,
okay.
Back for more!
Keep it going!
It keeps on going, and there's no escape! Try as he might.
1 knife.
Up against 1 blade, a single knife for Levin. Oh, and it won't land. It won't find its mark.
He's human. He's human.
He's done enough already, Tom.
See? 1 lunatic. It's okay. Oh, there's now a full squad waiting on the other side, and he's trying to get him with this shot. His opponent's going, well, they're not going to be this disrespectful, right? They're not just going to walk all the way behind us. And even at this stage, Zipan hasn't turned around, and that's a spike on the deck. He's even hit the tag up. Rolling Thunder's gone through to catch the remainder of the players, and Levin's kind of just sitting there going, well, guys, I got the spike. There's no one else here.
Levin! They've ulted just Levin, and they didn't even get him! Oh, it's a disaster!
Oh,
Kind of
hello.
caught before he TPs, but the rest start to pick up pieces, start to grab a few picks here and there. The ult, though, grabs the information. Magnum left alone, 1v2, but Mini heavily tagged up. Click does have ulti, though, and post-plant, that could be very valuable.
It's peculiar that they've got to this point. It seems like just Levin being isolated, the rest of the players obviously want to try and group up. Both Rolling Thunders were used, and it seemed like just in that chaos, mates have come out on top. This now leaves Magnum to try and clutch things out. We've seen far crazier things from this man in the past, but it looks like the mates players are going to look to try and take this together.
Rotations coming through from BBL, but yeah, the position of Kamek, it should catch them off. It does. They go to clear the close corner. He's a little further back. Then Kata swings in to close out that second duel. Sociable and Yampi weapons in hand, economy low, and definitely sociable in Magnum.
And Prophet needed to make sure if he does stick around that all he's really doing is finding an opener. Fantastic stuff to deny the spike. That will make things that little bit more awkward. Rotations needing to be made from players that were already out of the site to try and get that spike down. In the meantime, the aggression of Click was basically just a bodyguard, trying to stop them getting in towards that site. But this now means that all the mates players are stuck within.
Oh! Nice shot by Mini. That was through the smoke. I think the second was too. And he's finding even more. Means you really want to play this with the numbers. Group up and approach these fights together. Magnum down to 50 as he swings, thanks to the decay. Destroyed in a little bit of time bought here with a Rolling Thunder deep into spawn. I like that angle. If Prophet wins this fight, they've got a little bit extra to work with from BBL. Now mates are locked in. They didn't take that spawn position and the ult clears it out completely. It's players on the site that have to hold strong.
They've done well to get up close before Yumpy kicks things off. The response though is decent. Putting things back into a close position. Kata's going to try and teleport behind them, and in fact, Mini has managed to buy time and an extra pick. Kata from behind with his opponent so desperately low. Mini flying forward.
Trying something new, but Kata's watching it. The Outlaws trained in on the angle, and it's just one shot needed. Back into even footing. But this position from Sociable, not expected, not detected, and he's out of there for free. 2v4, great stun. And they're going to be sent running backwards, or Sociable comes to meet them. Kata with it all to do. 3 to pick up, or we are going to overtime. And it's again anyone's game.
He's already tagged. 70 HP. Magnum's SMG will become ever the more deadly, but Magnum with that extra experience knows, okay, I'm not giving him a 1v1. I'm not giving him any sort of chance. With the time ticking away, they can literally sacrifice player after player off that clock. Magnum can run in on the last second just to make sure there's no opportunity for a plant round already done. The other two just not going to be facing. Okay, the other one not going to be facing. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll put this on me.
Position. Kata, stun is sublime, but it's only going to be the one. Zipan tries to continue, but it's Levin to fight back. 2 impactful kills, 1 away from having that blaze, and we've already seen what he can do with that. Unfortunate for Zipan as well, because he got his ult online from the death. The defense, though, are not just sitting pretty. They're making a move.
As they should, and the group up here. BBL are looking to move towards that broken door. There's 2 players. Aggressive, holding on to that control. Flash is good, but Mini's better! It's 4 for Levin. An ace needed. Steps heard, and the stun subsiding. Kamek standing in his way, and he swings in for the ace!
They need to turn it on the defense, though. The attack side rounds, their opponents are running away with it, but they get aggressive and they win that early fight. The hero of the last round will have to watch as a spectator, but more importantly, mates have to win a 3v4.
Yeah, he's watching on, but they've got the advantage, and it gets even better now. Kamek trying to make that fake pressure on A, break the trap and take a fight. Well, he's done both of those things, but the fight didn't go his way. Kata and Zipan to pick up the pieces. 6 rounds in a row, and they looked set to just tap it in. But BBL, they've had a resurgence right at the final whistle. And from downtown, it looks like they're set to score this map. 13 to 12, 1 more, 2 more picks, and it's all theirs. The spike's still not planted as mates desperately try to find an advantage, force a fight, but when the duels come up, it's nothing but BBL on the scoreboard. 14 to 12 top to get another opening duel on the board. Win or lose, it's up to you, and well, it's not an opening, but he gets the pick anyways. A close fight for Prophet, but Mini's managed to get the better of him, and Levin doesn't last long in the smoke.
Solid work. BBL versus Liquid did incredibly well on the defense. A lot of it revolved around aggression, and more so having those retakes in their favor somehow. But this one's actually going very well. Through the smoke, they've managed to pick off 2. Zipan already tagged at least a little bit, and I don't know if they will have seen him already. Kata has retrieved that upgraded pistol, but needs so much more to be found. Tries to become
off contact to the cam. I love this. It's beautiful to start with, but the stun doesn't ever get fired out. It's a little late.
Even still, an early trade. You might think with the gun being dropped, it's not the best, but in these sort of scenarios, just whittling away at your opponents can do quite a lot. A chance for Sociable. He's going to win that fight. Now, that's actually the lurking jet of Click. Now, the gun's not necessarily going to be retrieved, and what, straight through the smoke. That's a little bit overzealous for Sociable. Maybe trying to get back in just that little bit too quick. Now puts things back to a 3v3 for Mates.
The dropout's dangerous. There's so many players here, and Mini does well to look up above, taking down Yumpy. The easy fights on the player dropping, and Profek left with it all to do. Look at the HP. They're all so desperately low, but coming in from that angle.
Magnum actually get this pick off. No, the bullet's completely missing. Eventually gets the job done, and now they have the info on the B side. But Mates have decided this is the moment to move. This is the moment to try and get into that site, get into the post plant. But with the aftershock going in and Levin still holding that backline, there's nowhere for them to go.
Spike planted.
Plan secured, but yeah, like you said, fully boxed in. They've chosen the better of the three options, moving towards just one player. Just Levin. Profek taking some control. That's going to force the movement on the other side. Kamek manages to take him down without a lick of damage, but he's got 4 more coming his way. Try as he might, the shots aren't landing. The big swing coming as all of BBL run into that angle.
Map. BBL have not been doing that. They have left the Cypher setup. They've sit pretty. And that's the spike, by the way.
Yeah, that's the info for sure. Full commitment from Mate seems to follow that spike right into the A side. Bladestorm looking to pick up a few as it's Kamek. The draw blood, rifles in hand. Down goes Kata, the swing and the smoke. Not working out with Sociable on the other side and picking up 3. Versus 4, Levin in the dirt already. But the push up from Magnum has blown this round wide open. Kamek's, he's gone down as well. They've been pushed on both extremities and lost the fight on each side.
Still going.
Relax.
I think this has just become pure disrespect. We're watching a game of TDM at the moment. Just everybody pressuring across the map. You've got a player in spawn in the form of Magnum. You've got deep control as well from Yumpy. They don't even really need to play this aggressively either because they have Rolling Thunder available for a retake if they need it. I wonder if there's just going to be an attempt to try and find a pick-off contact for Sociable, or if he's literally just looking to hold on to ground.
Yeah, especially with that Hunter's Fury just one away. Good chance if he finds one that this round is already done.
Oh, no.
But it's the flank from Magnum. They're not even looking. And they turn to see him at just the last moment. Now they're looking the wrong way when Sociable peaks. Being played like a fiddle. And it's only one left. It's Click, and he is boxed in on another level.
Okay.
1 found, 20 seconds. Spike needs to be planted, or all of these players need to be dropped. And Profek, patient as always. He spotted him running up the ramp, and he'll take him down from behind. And that blind might have landed, but while they're looking forward, it's the player behind them they should be worried about. Bladestorm for the double, Rolling Thunder. Off for the round win for the economy advantage as well. Yumpy getting one with utility. And Mate's yet to land a shot. There's 2 though. Now, it seems like they're in a little bit of trouble. Yumpy able to land 1, but caught out. And a 2 versus 3 that they're left in. BBL facing their first real struggle. The retake onto this site. No real impactful utility to help them. And with Profek in his shadow form, no chance of a trade on Magnum. A 1v3 needed. And keep in mind, like we said, Mates had a resurgence towards the end of the first half of Lotus. That got them the opportunity to at least push to OT. The same could be happening here.
Hunter's Fury utilized. Levin's going to try and sit within the corner. He's managed to dodge them, managed to get behind, but it's only going to be the 1. Spike dropped to the deck, and Profek just watching on the cross. I don't know if they even realize that he's here. He's managed to sneak into this position, and if they try and walk forward, it could be a problem. Mini is waiting for, but that's a spike down again. A second time that it's been dropped, and Sociable's done it. That should be the round done. It just has to be sprinted for by Mini, and all the Sociable needs to do is just buy enough time to stun. I don't even think he's got this. It won't matter anyway. The end, he didn't want to leave it all down to that. Even still, we've seen this squad fight back. Click with a solid pick, but already the opener going in the other direction, the right Click. Not so forgiving at times. Kamek has done well. A quiet performance from him so far. An uncharacteristic one on a map that's been his favorite, but maybe this could be his round. Even still though, oh, he's gonna get picked off. Sociable is just on fire right now.
It's this utility. His ults, his shock darts through the wall. He's grabbing them to reveal, helping him along the way. His whole kit.
Won every single pistol, even from a 2 versus 4 in the last. Already seeing a multitude. That's Levin gone. Not a bad start, but the trades are coming back thick and fast. 3-3. Rotation coming in for support, but Mini's taken a lot of damage. Depend's done well. His second kill, I believe, in the map so far. Really rough series for him so far, but still a chance to wake up.
Yeah, mates have come back flooding into that B site, but BBL seem to be looking to take this elsewhere. A trap and a cam in their way, but mates haven't got the read on time. Pacing here for BBL might get them a plant. I don't see a stun online for Kamek. I see a flash, but he goes swinging. He's made a mistake. But luckily, it's not punished too heavily. Sociable, the man of the hour, the one being delivering. He's got a shock dart and you're low. Run the hell away. His utility is hit every single time. But look at this. He's not content to just play that position. He could have planted, but instead he goes pushing deep into the spawn and realizes they've gone running. They've taken this elsewhere, and I think he'll put 2 and 2 together and realize they're wrapping around on long. Instead, he's going to go to the A site, a narrow margin. If they'd ran here, they'd be crazy. And he realizes that he should have a free plant with a shock dart still online. And so, look, 35 HP combined top.
He could right-click, kill them both.
Exactly.
Oh, and he's got it spot on where they're going. I don't know if he will have heard any steps, but getting into this close corner, it's going to make things so much more awkward. If they don't clear this, he's dead for sure. Mini, round the corner he goes, a chance for him. Damn them both! And that's exactly... This is not an eco, this is not a save, this is everything they've got.
Yeah, they can't afford to allow 12 on the board, but on the retake, they meet Sociable again. The fight not going their way as he picks them off 1 by 1 and a 3-piece.
What a way to put it, they are having a howler. Zipan has been wrecked. Guess what? He's been caught. Kamek is gone as well. And for Mini and Kata, a 2v5 retake with weak weaponry. I don't know how Mini's won that kill from there, but it's at least the smallest bit of hope.
Mates have got to be traumatized by that Hunter's Fury. Every time you hear it, there's bodies on the floor. And another put to bed by Sociable. That's it. 13-2.